Welcome to this video introducing Donard Methodist Church. Previously, Donard was part of the Dundrum, Newcastle and Downpatrick circuit before joining with the former circuits of Ballinhinch and Lisburn and Dromore to create the Lagan Valley and South Down circuit at the MCI conference back in 2021. Nestled in the main street of the County Down seaside town of Newcastle, the church has the Mourne Mountains as its backdrop. The original Donard Church opened in 1827 and was the first church in the town, and in the early days the Presbyterian and Church of Ireland congregations used the premises. The new church building was opened 100 years ago and serves a local congregation as well as holiday makers throughout the year. Donard has a traditional worship style and is under the charge of non-stipendiary probationary minister, the Reverend Dr. Richard Wright, who was appointed at conference earlier this year. On the day of the recording, Lynn Traynor sang 2 solos, which added greatly to the worship. Today we hear about what's happening in the church now, and we look to the future. A feature introduced recently was summer praise services, when local friends and others from across the circuit joined monthly on Sunday evenings to share in hearty singing of well-known hymns and songs and to enjoy fellowship over light refreshments. It is hoped to develop this ministry during the coming year, at least on a monthly basis. The church here at Donard partners with other churches in the town to provide a food bank to the community, and this project is called the Food Pantry. Richard Wright explains how it works.
The Food Pantry is a collaboration between many groups within the town. Some of them are faith-based groups. We're fortunate to be able to host the Food Pantry's depot in our own church premises. So this is really the hub of the network. And during the week, many parcels are delivered all around the community, both within Newcastle and also further afield towards Castlewellan, Annalong and Dundrum. We really value the fellowship that we have through this and the team of people that are working on our premises day by day.
During the service, Jackie Wright was presented with a gift to mark her accreditation as a local preacher. Jackie has also been involved with starting a Sunday school, as she now explains.
Recently we had our first week of Sunday school with Thomas. Gwen and I took the Sunday school class, and we started with Noah's Ark, and Olive is going to draw us some pictures of the animals all going into the ark, and we're building a big picture at the minute. We also recently had our family fun day in the manse, which was greatly supported by the headmistress of the local primary school, and we had 50 people there and more than 20 children. We're hoping that this is the way we're going to be able to grow our Sunday school, and we would ask for your prayers that our Sunday school will be blessed and that Thomas and his family will get more company as time goes on and our Sunday school will grow.
An event which took place recently was a church family fun day, and the recently Donard Danderers group have had their second outing, as Bill Patterson recalls.
We live in an area of outstanding beauty. Donard Danderers is an opportunity to talk and walk, and it's a new spoke in the wheel, and we'll see how things develop. But it's there, we can talk and walk, and we can go into God's beautiful countryside and thank Him for it.
Going forward, Donard is about to embark on an exciting refurbishment and development programme, and Roy Tomlinson explains the concept.
When rebuilt in 1926, there was little, if any, thought given to the people with limited movement. Now, with an ageing membership, we have to take note, and part of our development plan is to provide facilities, including a toilet, on the same level as the church. Also, we want to provide a flexible space whereby we can serve not only our members, but the wider community in which we are located, to get away from the idea that church is Sunday only. So we'll be making the church a more flexible space by replacing pews with chairs that can be rearranged, by including a coffee dock alongside the accessible toilet to provide a warmer, more welcoming environment.
In this series of videos, we chat to the society steward in each church, and I'm pleased to introduce Sadie Ogle. So Sadie, tell us firstly how long you've been associated with Donard and something about the ethos of the church.
I came to live permanently in Newcastle about 1997, and from there on I joined the Methodist Church here. At the time, the Reverend John Brooks was here, who had come from Cork as well. So it was lovely to be made welcome, especially by them. And Helen and I became very strong friends. I've become quite involved. I worked here in the Disabled Christian Fellowship Holiday Home, and it's developed my own spiritual life since I've come to be here.
How do you see Donard developing in the future?
Well, we're very blessed with the arrival of the Reverend Richard Wright and his wife Jackie, who are so enthusiastic. I know in the past myself and the Reverend Ken Connor had discussions about if only we had a food bank and maybe just have a container out in the yard, but it has developed so enormously. There are now about 50 volunteers in the food bank, but I hope that whatever is decided, the Sunday school, maybe an after-school club, that the Lord will bless those wishes and that they will flourish as well.
And Sadie, what do you say are the benefits of the new circuit?
Well, I know in the past we were with Dundrum and Downpatrick, and we wouldn't have survived without being in a circuit like that. So it is, I really welcome it, and it's lovely that we all feel, that we're one family. They talk about connection, but connection needs to be seen as well as talked about.
Thank you, Sadie, that's very helpful. It has been really interesting to hear about the life and plans of Donard Methodist Church. Thank you to all who helped make this video, and especially to you for taking the time to watch it. I hope you've learned something about the work of our church in this part of the Lagan Valley and South Down Circuit.